coming out a little late, but coming out nevertheless. And on pole position, Natalia Balbo, the lady from Italy. And I had thought that she probably knew this circuit very, very well, but she's only ever raced here once before, so doesn't have a big advantage for racing in her home country. Natalia Balbo on pole position, Konstantin Schürrle joining her on the front row. Kawase-san of Japan is on row 2 alongside Marcel Schirmer. And on row 3, Jessica Bachmann and Jose Enrique Brito. I spoke with Jose this morning. He won 2 races yesterday in the heats, but there was a sort of message, not so much a message as a hint that Jose Enrique Brito might not have been taking his place. Well, he's scheduled to start in P5 on row 3, so I'm looking very much down at the circuit to see if I can see cart number 672. Won 2 of the 3 heats yesterday, and it was only an engine failure. And all 18 on the circuit. No, there should be 19, so we are missing one. Everybody incidentally on slick tyres this time. 16-lap race. Well, I do hope Jose Brito can take his place. Somebody good enough to win 2 of the 3 heats, and the one that he didn't win had an electrical problem with his kart and came to a halt. So that would be a misfortune, to say the least. Jordi van Moorsel didn't come out this morning for morning warm-up, but kart 673, I do believe, is on circuit. Confirmation that Jose Enrique Brito has not taken the circuit. So the driver who would have started in P5 on row 3 does not take his place. There you can see the gap. Well, not too clearly you can't, but do take my word for it. The inside of row 3 would have been the driver from Quito in Ecuador, Jose Enrique Brito. I spoke with him this morning and he looked fit and well, so I don't know what the story is there. Anyway, we're going racing. Natalia Balbo from pole position, getting a good start, but so does the outside. Oh, and Natalia's driven herself off the circuit virtually. So the lady from Italy, getting to turn 1 in the lead, has gone so wide that she's running now at the edge of the top 10, I would have thought. A most unfortunate start for our pole sitter. Good news for the driver on the outside of the front row, which was Konstantin Schürrle. But Konstantin Schürrle also now getting in difficulty. Tomokazu Kawase, I think I see there. If I'm in, well, no, he's back in 5th place. So Marcel Schirmer, Jessica Bachmann, I think I see, and Jordi van Moorsel. Let's try a little harder. Not easy driving conditions, not easy commentating conditions, but we're doing our best, as indeed they are doing the best. But well, Natalia Balbo worked really hard for that pole position and threw it away at the first turn of the first lap. Let me go to the sanctuary of the timing screen. It was Konstantin Schürrle in the lead, as we'd called, but I didn't call you Jacomati Paulin of Finland in 2nd place. I did call Jessica Bachmann, who was 3rd, and Jordi van Moorsel 4th. I didn't call Steve Bull, who was 5th in the top 5. So the best positions on the meeting so far for Jacomati Paulin in 2nd place and Steve Bull in 5th. And now, Jacomati Paulin has dropped several places from 2nd place, hasn't he? He's gone down into 6th place, having gone wide. Andreas Bachmann running 8th, I can see. And Natalia Balbo, who started on pole position, she's outside the top 10 and running in 13th place. So, how things can change. Konstantin Schürrle in the lead. Well, Jessica Bachmann's got a message for us, and Jessica's message can be, you know what? I've had enough of hearing about this girl from Italy running at the front. I'll do some running at the front. And Jessica Bachmann at the moment is in 2nd place in kart 626 in front of Jordi van Moorsel. So it's Konstantin Schürrle of Austria leading, Jessica Bachmann of Sweden second, Jordi van Moorsel, the Dutchman third. Steve Bull has driven himself up to fourth, the British Bulldog running in fourth place, and Marius Rauer of Germany completing the top five. Marco Gottler sixth, Andreas Bachmann, brother of Jessica, is in seventh. Jakomati Paulin, who was second, drops to eighth. Ferenc Kankshar, who is testing equipment this weekend, gets himself into the top 10. Leader of the Masters at the moment is Fredrik Fransen. Fredrik Fransen is running 11th. Second in the Masters is Christoph Adams, running 12th. And third in the Masters, had a big fall down from the high position of early on. Tomokazu Kawase, who started in P3 on row 2, is running 16th. Confirmation that Jose Enrique Brito was a non-starter. So if he starts in the final, we know that he's going to be starting stone last. Don't know if there is such an expression as stone last in Hispanic languages, but Jose, if he does start, will be last. So we're on lap 4, and Konstantin Schürrle's lead is a very comfortable one. There he is on screen, cart number 611. His lead is 1.245 seconds in front of Jessica Bachmann. Jessica Bachmann in second place, though, has got some lads queuing up behind her, and quite a few of them. Jessica at the moment, though, just holding on to that second place at the expense of Jordi van Moorsel. Jordi van Moorsel bidding to go second. Can he execute it? Yes, he does. Oh, and Jessica Bachmann goes from second to fifth in one bite. Although I think she may have fought back to fourth. No, I think she's fifth. So Konstantin Schürrle holding the advantage, and the advantage increasing whenever there's a change of position behind the leader. That always builds on the cushion for the leader. And Konstantin Schürrle, whose lead was 1.245 seconds, is certainly going to be no less than that when we come round to complete lap 5. Oh, it's more, isn't it? Sorry, when I said more, it's more close than that. That's what I was trying to say, much more close than that. Because Jordi van Moorsel is the fast driver. And Ferenc Kankshar I hadn't spotted. Ferenc Kankshar coming through into third place. But having said that, somebody just taking a touch was one of our leaders. That was out of sight. May have been Ferenc Kankshar losing a place there. Ferenc Kankshar, who'd got himself up into third place, just taking a little nudge. And is that a change of lead? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And Jordi van Moorsel, the Dutchman, well, as with Lars Lamborel, I have referred to Jordi in the past as the Flying Dutchman. A little bit difficult to say Flying Dutchman when they're picking their way round carefully, but these times a little bit nearer what we would have been expecting. 53 seconds, nowhere near the 49s we would have expected, but Jordi van Moorsel on lap 7 has now got 0.6 of a second over Konstantin Schürrle, and Jess Bachmann running third. Jakomati Paulin, who was second and fell to 8th, has climbed back up to 4th. The British Bulldog, Steve Bull, is running 5th. No, he's dropped a place. He's now running 8th. Steve Bull drops places. Ferenc Kankshar also spilling some more. No, he's gained. Ferenc Kankshar is up into 5th place now. Ferenc Kankshar running in 5th place. Marius Rauer 6th. Steve Bull dropping places. Marcel Schirmer 8th. Marco Gottler 9th, I think. And the top 10 completed now. If it's not by Marco Gottler, it's by Fredrik Fransen. No, Fredrik drops out of the top 10. So the top 4 were as you were. Jordi van Moorsel 1, Konstantin Schürrle 2, Jessica Bachmann 3, Jakomati Paulin 4, but Ferenc Kankshar going up a place, and so now is Jakomati Paulin. Jakomati Paulin goes up to 3rd, Ferenc Kankshar goes to 4th, and Jessica Bachmann drops to 5th place. Jordi van Moorsel still leading from Konstantin Schürrle. Our pole sitter, Natalia Balbo, can't get herself into the top 10 at the moment. She's running in 13th place. for the Masters, Fredrik Fransen is in 11th place, leading the Masters class. Race leaders are at the half race distance, so 8 laps gone, 8 to go. 8 down, 8 to come, and Jordi van Moorsel's lead is 2 full seconds now. And the Dutchman has just done a 52.835. I think that was one of the fastest laps. Natalia Balbo is the fastest driver on the circuit. She's done a 52.42, but she's down in 13th place. So the Italian lady going faster than everybody else, but can't pass the guys in front. The guy immediately in front of her is Sasha Pio Haida of Germany. And Ferenc Kanksar now into 2nd place at the expense of the Finland driver, Jaakko-Matti Paulin. So Ferenc Kanksar, who'll be defending his Rotax world title later this month here in Italy, though not here at Adria, finding some form. He's been out of the top 10 in, I think, all of his qualifying races, but it's coming good on Sunday morning, or as it happens now, Sunday afternoon, given the delay that we had. So Ferenc Kanksar finding some form. Been racing with us on the RGMMC tour for quite a long time. Andreas Bachmann goes up to 7th place, and our previous race leader, Konstantin Schürrle, has dropped down to 8th place. Big disappointment for him. Fredrik Fransen does come into the top 10 now in 10th place, and he leads the Masters. Natalia Balbo, the lady who started on pole position, still running 13th, still running fast, but cannot get herself up the chart. We're on lap 10 now. Jordi van Moorsel, sorry, we've just completed lap 10. Jordi van Moorsel sets off now on lap 11, and his margin is a lot shorter because Ferenc Kanksar has got within 0.36 of a second of him. And Jordi van Moorsel, who had very nearly 2 seconds, in fact I think he did have a 2-second advantage, has now got the very considerable talent of Ferenc Kanksar behind him. Ferenc just having a look, but easing off. Both of them easing off a little bit. They're well clear of the 3rd place driver. The good news for Ferenc Kanksar is if he was to try a move now that didn't quite come off, he would probably still retain 2nd place. 3rd place driver is Jaakko-Matti Paulin of Finland. And Ferenc Kanksar taking the lead at the start of lap 12. Ferenc Kanksar sweeps into the lead at the start of lap 12. Jordi van Moorsel, our race leader, relegated to 2nd place. But Jordi van Moorsel fighting back, but Ferenc Kanksar looking strong in the lead. This is lap 12 of 16, heading round to the 3/4 race distance. And Jordi van Moorsel already looking as if he might be losing the draft. And Ferenc Kanksar, a good time to take the lead as you approach 3/4 race distance. And Ferenc Kanksar going faster than anyone else on the circuit, 52.29. I think that was quicker than anything that Natalia Balbo had done. So there you see the race leader coming round to start lap 13. It's Ferenc Kanksar with a lead of 0.47 of a second over Jordi van Moorsel. Jessica Bachmann, who slipped a little bit in recent laps, has fought back to go back up to 3rd. Marcel Schirmer running 4th, and Jaakko-Matti Paulin has been as high as 2nd, as low as 8th, but has dropped down now to 5th. And in fact he's lost another place, this to Andreas Bachmann. Andreas Bachmann moving up from 6th to 5th. Jaakko Paulin Jaakko Paulin of Finland dropping down to 6th place. Marcel Rauer, cart number 617, or Marius Rauer. And Andreas Bachmann has gained another place. He's gone past Marcel Schirmer. So Andreas Bachmann is on a charge up into 4th place. And the driver in front of him now is his sister Jess. So 3rd and 4th is a family squabble, if you will. Andreas has got to work hard to reach Jess. Ferenc Kanksar pulling well clear of Jordi van Moorsel. Jess Bachmann is in safe at the moment 3rd place, but it's brother Andreas who's chasing her, and Andy's really got the hammer down. We're on lap 14 of 16, so in some respects Andy could think, well, I'm okay in 4th place, but of course, beating your sister always feels good. That's beating your sister on the racetrack, not beating your sister at home. And of course, starting on the inside of row 2 might be a bit more appealing to Andreas than starting on the outside of row 2. Race leaders sweeping round to finish lap 14. 2 to go. And Ferenc Kankshar's lead is a good lead. All of a sudden we're doing a split screen on our television. Hope that that didn't throw you any. Ferenc Kankshar the leader from Jordi van Moorsel. And Andy Bachmann getting really close to Jess now. They are so close, but Andy has not yet made a move. Andreas Bachmann chasing down sister Jess. Andreas Bachmann, who did a lot less practice here because he's been at school in Sweden for most of this week and has done far fewer laps than everybody else. But right now you can just think in Jess's mind, I'm not letting him past, and in Andreas's mind, I'm going to get past her however I have to do it. This is the race you're seeing for 3rd and 4th. Yes, Bachmann is in 3rd place. And there goes the move by Andreas, and Jess chops across him and says, you're not coming through. You may be my brother, and I want you to do well, but I don't want you to beat me in this one. Jordi van Moorsel is in 2nd place in front of both of them. Now Andreas, does he go through to 3rd? Yes, he does, but Jess is trying to fight back. But Andreas Bachmann safely negotiates the turns and gets into a safe 3rd place. And yes, Bachmann now has rather got that resigned body language of, okay, I fought hard for 3rd place, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to have to be satisfied with 3rd place. So Ferenc Kankshar, who struggled throughout the week, doesn't struggle in the pre-final, wins the pre-final. Ferenc Kankshar from Hungary, a Rotax world title holder, comes home in the lead and wins. Jordi van Moorsel, a good 2nd place. Andreas Bachmann 3rd, Jessica Bachmann 4th, Marcel Schirmer 5th, Marius Rauer 6th, the British Bulldogs, Steve Bull comes 7th, Jaakko Paulin of Finland 8th, Fredrik Fransson of Sweden comes 9th and wins the Masters category. And completing the top 10, Sascha Pio Haider of Germany. In the Masters, Tomokazu Kawase was 13th and 2nd in the Masters. Christoph Adams was 14th and 3rd in the Masters. Well, commiserations to Jamie Billings, who went out with 5 laps to go. Commiserations to Ron Billings, who for the 2nd race in succession has gone out very, very early. And even more commiserations to Jose Brito, who won 2 races yesterday but did not start in this one.